Is this offered?
Yes, it's from Gilead.
Jasmine?
Yes. They should grow us in our garden.
Yes. You should grow.
November till March.
But next year will be more.
But already this year was also many.
Yes. Not enough. Not good enough.
Here in the corner of this house is so huge tree, jasmine tree I never saw before. So huge.
Yes.
Big.
Yes. We're expecting also. Everything possible in Krishna's garden. We can read this translation from it is under Gurudev's advice. It is translated from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur about Naam Bhajan. Today I was hearing one Swami, famous Swami. He spoke about sannyas. He said something that I think I cannot say it. Anyway, if somebody wants to know, I can later. So, Krishna and Jivas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also very straightly spoke about the truth. They're giving more importance to the basis understanding. First, we have to realize we have to come on the transcendental plane, or we have to somehow or other make connection between us and the Guru, or the one we are worshipping in the transcendental plane. Then we can understand the pastimes of Krishna. Otherwise it is tasteless for those who have hearing, because it's just a story. But those who are realized, or those who they can hear from a realized soul, and they can enter the pastime, because the pastimes are nitya lila, eternal. So when they speak about Gurudev, when they speak about Nitai, Gauranga, they speak about Radharani, and speak about Krishna, then they directly have contact with the pastimes, with the persona. And this is the difference, and we cannot see this. We are not fit now. So because of this, the devotees, as our great acharyas, our founder, Acharya of Gaudiya Srila Prabhupada, and all his bona fide disciples who are initiating like Sridhar Maharaj, our Gurudev, they speaking just basis. We have to first understand the basis. First we have to understand who we are. First we have to understand only hearing with material eyes, ears, or seeing Vrindavan with these eyes. This is not Vrindavan, touching Vrindavan with his eyes, or with the hands, or with this is not the real. With this material senses we cannot understand Lord Krishna and not understand spiritual topics. So as long as we have not understood, we should be very careful moving in Vrindavan, because he is very much manifested. More, because why? Because so many realized souls are coming here, and the earth and everything is transcendental. But we see monkeys, cows, we see many running around, but we do not understand who is who, because we are just charging everything with our eyes, with our material eyes. We are not spiritual, we have not spiritualized our senses. That's because we mostly speak about the basis, and this is hurting all. It is a little painful sometimes.
But actually, even the basics, when you properly hear, they are not different from confidential Krishna consciousness.
If you have realized, of course, it is exactly as sweet as the meeting the Lord himself, or himself. Meeting, this is a difference, but we have not yet realized. We would like to have realized it. Everybody has his personal understanding, that what realization he has. But this is not so easy. It's not, we have to be very careful because of this, and we have to become very humble, and tolerant, and with respect to all living beings, because we do not know who is who. You have not the eyes to see now. Or anybody? I cannot see. So we are blind, we are running, we are speaking with pure devotees. We do not know that they are, what level they are. But they speak on our level, they do like this. But we do not really know who they are. It's because we should be very careful. Like somebody meets simple devotees. I walking in Radha Kund. I walked with Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. Not Pramod Puri Maharaj, Bhakti Kokol Puri Maharaj. He's living since centuries. He was living in Vrindavan. And he lived like a beggar, very simple. You know, and I was walking with him. Then a big mass of people come there, come to us. They all bow down before me, and he stood next to me. You see, like this, if it's very I don't know what made them do this, but you know, they're standing, pure devotee next to me, but they could not see who he was. Such great soul, that we have to be careful to act and not be careful with, we do not know with whom we are dealing. They are not showing themselves up, you know. They are not coming with danda and with ironed silk dhotis, yes. Like this. So many we have told before in Chaitanya Chakramrita with quotations from the Shastras that every jiva is a spirit in molecular. The residence of Krishna is a spiritual kingdom. Krishna is the spiritual sun. Sun, like sun. The devotion to Krishna is a spiritual inclination. And Krishna Nam is Chit Rasa Vigraha. Now we venture to show the relation between spirit and devotees who are extremely anxious for prem, and then shall show the means to the attainment of the highest bliss of the soul. If we have spiritual merit earned in previous births, transcendental felicity will be enkindled in our heart. We have no appetite, ruchi, taste, for the knowledge of Brahman, which is restricted to realization of mere chit only. For spiritual sportive pastimes have no place in it. What means chit?
Consciousness or eternity. These two meanings here.
Knowledge.
Yes. So by knowledge, chit. Yes. So spiritual sportive pastimes have no place in it. They're only going for these things. So moksha is attainable by studying. You cannot realize this, Swami, I heard. You cannot realize spiritual plane or God, Krishna, by reading books. You can read all the books about. By reading, you cannot realize. I will even say, if you go to every holy place in Vrindavan, you cannot realize Krishna. You know, what is the qualification we have to have?
Humility.
Earnestness, humility, and we have to see not with these eyes. We have to feel in the heart. It is not explainable actually in reality, because we have no entrance. It would be explainable, okay, it is explained, but we cannot understand it because we have no imagination what it really means. So Krishna, the sun, and the jivas are the rays of the sun. So the savior of the Iron Age, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, declares the Vedas to be the only church and shows the 9 Brahmayas from it. There's a broad discussion on it in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Vedas have proved jivas to be spiritual atomic parts of the deity. Jivas are like rays from the sun. Krishna, so the spiritual form of jivas must be identified with the spiritual form of Godhead. But the difference lies in the fact that Krishna may be compared with the full sun, while the jivas are his innumerable rays. Krishna is Lord of Lord jivas, of Lord's jivas, are his eternal servants. This is a good example, like sun. Sun is the original, is the supreme soul. And the jivas are just like the rays of the sun, just insignificant. So, but we are always connected with the sun. Without sun, no, nothing exists. In the spiritual sense, no jivas are manifesting. And we are meant to be his eternal servants. So we have to turn our head towards Krishna, the sun. We have to know where we are coming from and what is our duty, or what is our fulfillment of what we are searching for. It's not because we hate to hear, I am a servant. In the material world, if someone says you have to become a slave of the Lord, the gopis are all slaves, Rani is also a slave. All. But they experience something we never can experience where we are now in this world. We are running for the shadow, for the imagination, for illusion. But there will never be a happy end. But we do not believe this. Even if everybody sees that everything comes and goes, we cannot accept. We are not able to accept it. We hold on. This is the real, and this is the only thing. And when we think, okay, next life we go on, it is also imagination. What will go on? What do you know? What we know, what will happen to us next life. So Krishna helps us to come back again. That's because he makes this material world, so that we understand, hey, my dear friend, you come back and be a part of my pastimes. But we're not following. We want to become ourselves God, controller. And this year has manifested this material world. Then I say, I am not afraid of that. I have the best example of one devotee, Gopal. You remember him?
Yeah, the painter.
Yes,
He lives still live.
I think so, yeah. But he's suffering much. He's not, he came to the temple for Prasad regularly. Now he's not coming anymore. He's bound to stay in one. He cannot control his digestion. All the things he has to be at this, what is called pampers, something like this, terrible situation. But yeah, but here, he always told me, I am not afraid of dying. Why should I? Then suddenly, he came a few times, he did not, 1 week I think, he did not come, or 2 weeks. After 2 weeks he came, very, very humbly come in the door and said, I had a heart attack in an elevator. So they just saved me last moment. And I was so afraid. But you see from the point where he's staying this level, he says, I'm not afraid. But when that really approaches you, then suddenly you will remember, everything, all your past, everything will pass by. And you will have, oh my God, all is gone, all is gone. I have to go now. This is very painful. So he became very humble after this, at least a few weeks. This is reality. So there's no denying the fact that the residential home of Krishna is in Bharavyoma, or Goloka. Bharavyoma means Vaikuntha, or Goloka is the center, which is all spiritual Vaikuntha, Chit Jagat, etc. All refer to that spiritual region. The Vajrayana Upanishad speaks of the form of Krishna to be purely spiritual. So how can we see Krishna? Nobody first can say he has seen Krishna. Because you cannot see it with these eyes. So that's because we are just in the very beginning plane. The Shvetashvata Upanishad describes the eternal powers of Krishna, who is superior to the best and higher than the highest. The Mundaka Upanishad shows Bhakti to be Chitrasa, and coming to conceive Krishna to be the life of lives. The wise, after discarding all credulity, I never heard this, so try wisdom and vain arguments. They dive deep to see the bottom of their soul. They, after realizing the deity by dint of pure intuition. So run after devotion. He who does this is a Brahmin. He who lives this world without knowledge, him is, so to say, a parsimonious fellow. But the fortunate who departs from this earth after realizing him is alone a Brahmin, a Vaishnava devotee, of Krishna. Such has been shown to be the nature of bhakti, or devotion. Oye Maitreya, the soul alone is to be seen, heart reflected and meditation upon, and realized by spiritual organs. All is beyond any doubt known to us. So this is basic, but we have problem with basis to accept. We want to jump into the lila, and we will find just mundane conception of everything. This is danger. That's because this is basis, and unfortunately, the basis very rarely understood. Very rarely, because the necessity is that we have to, all the mundane conception have to die. Like Srila Maharaj used this saying of Hegel, German philosopher. Die to live. So what has to live? And if you want to live, you have to die. So what has to die? This conception that this, I am this body. This is my mind. This is my home. This is I and mine. This conception has to live, to die. Then you will attain life, eternal life. So this is just the beginning. And there are some groups of so-called devotees. They are jumping into Gopi-lila, jumping into the pastimes of Radha and Govinda. How dangerous this is. They'll never experience the real thing. What do you think?
Exactly. Who can make the mind touch?
If you have no argument against, you have to change your life.
Is it detrimental to listen topics about Krishna's Leela from the Bhagavatam, which are more confidential, or some, like we hear what happened in some holy place, some Leelas? One should not completely reject hearing this unless one is realized, or can it be?
No, we can hear. But at the same is said with the chanting of the Harinam, Krishna Nam, Mahamantra. If you're not realized person, then the chanting is not very effective. It cannot affect others. When we have realized the power of the holy name and understand Krishna Nam, there is no difference between. Then you will become so powerful, like Mahaprabhu said, Haridas, Thakur, your chanting is so powerful, you purify the whole universe. If he says this, he means the whole universe. What do you mean? What do you think? How powerful it is. Krishna is God, of course. Such a person can purify the whole universe. Such a power is there. It depends on our realization, how much we have developed faith in the name. And to Rupa Goswami he said, Rupa, your service you're doing to get all these shastric evidences you are collecting for the future, this service purifies the whole universe. So service and chanting of the name, what is also service. You have to see everything as service. Everything is meant for pleasing Krishna. Can be so powerful that whole universe you are able to purify. But we cannot imagine this. We have problems to convince one person that spiritual life is the solution for all your problems. It is like this. This is the speaking of our Acharyas, Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, the Upanishad, Bhagavatam. They all speak this, but the society is not ready yet. It's Kali Yuga. But when we understand the power of Harinam, of Mahamantra, the chanting, I personally think chanting the name is much more powerful and much more helpful than reading all the Vedas and all Bhagavatam study. Who knows Krishna? He knows everything, of course. He can even defeat the Vedas now, because they are also who compiled it. Vedavyas' expansion or avatar. So practicing is important. So chanting is important. How to chant? What is real chanting? When I chant, not for my entertainment or for my... What is when I chanting? What is the mind doing? It's just some background sound, the Mahamantra. But in the mind, he's running there to the whole universe. You have to understand I was living in Mayapur sometimes 20, 30 years ago. Something. Maharaj is very scholarly sannyasi. So he, according to Shastra, he is making nice books, and he's translating and not adding anything, not taking anything away. I appreciate him quite. So he teaches the science of the mind. You must understand what is the mind. It's a whole. It's easy to understand if you are. Oh, I don't know if it's easy to understand, but it's difficult to get the mind under control. As soon as something comes in the mind, we start to analyze it. We start to what is good or was it good or was it bad, and then I think this was bad. Then we remember other bad things, and then this bad, and then we are in war in the mind. It's a cheetah, it is not reality. Who knows what the mind? Who knows where the mind, where this thing's coming from? You don't know. Mind is an energy. Everything you can attain with the mind, all knowledge, you can travel with the mind to the moon and you can know everything. But we are yogis, mystics, they can do this. But we are so weak, we are completely controlled by the mind. We have no power, we are very beginners. And we want to hear Radha Krishna Lila. Yeah, understand what I mean? This is something very, very far away. So it must be very intense. Practice very seriously. We must become very sincere. And we have to do whatever we do with the background. I'll do it for Krishna. I am not serving anyone in this world. I'm supposed to care for the disciple, but I am not serving anyone in this world. I only do this because my Guru Maharaj told me. I want to please him. And when he is pleased, everyone is pleased. But if I just care for someone that he is pleased, this is wrong thing. This is materialistic understanding. It's because we speak the truth and not cheating. No? No question?
Maharaj, I cannot understand.
Yes. It is natural. We are covered with layers of mental conceptions. So it is not going through.
It's so difficult. It's impossible to come out from the mind. I can chant 1 round or 64, but nothing changed, Maharaj.
Yeah, if you do it like this, that you want to do the change, you have to do it because Gauranga Mahaprabhu wants it, or Guru wants it. It has to be a service. You're not doing it for our entertainment. We do it to please our Gurudev. When he is pleased, unlimited bliss will come to you.
But Maharaj, how we can know what Gurudev wants? I cannot do everything what I want and say, I'm doing this.
You have to just first understand what you are doing. You do everything for you. Guru, okay. I have no time. I have more important things to do.
But it's also true.
When you come to Vrindavan with us, and you're sleeping when we go on Parikram, and you're somewhere running around alone. Nobody told you to do this. We have to strictly follow. This is service. Don't see it as force. This is our service. Guru wants only everyone, bless everyone. Because his Gurudev, my Gurudev, or Gurudev, my Gurudev, or Prabhupada, they all had the same attitude. We want to please them. And when they please, then Krishna is pleased. So when we, the real disciple is someone who is following the order of Gurudev, or if he doesn't know what to do, then he should ask, and then he should do it. But this is difficult. Now we said what we should do, but you cannot accept it. You say you cannot understand it. You cannot accept it. Because we have many other ideas, many other goals in what is you are young now? Wait, wait in 40, 50 years. Then you will come. Nothing worked out. So is the time, I don't know. There's no question or some comments. It's good sign.
I have a question, Gurudev.
Yes.
Yeah, because like today I asked Maharaj, like after this experience from the holy place, we are now at the embassy of the spiritual world. And I said, like, Maharaj, how now I can go to Vienna to live my usual life, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, this is according to our karma, our past activities. We have got some duties in this life, what to do. It is very easy how we should do. We should do our duty here, but we should add Krishna. This is the important thing. You know, the example is given like this when married couple, the wife fell in love with some other outsiders. But in the divorce was not usual. It was not possible nowadays. It's possible at this time. But the wife is always meditating about her companion, but in the same time, she is very careful to serve her husband, that he is not checking. But all the time when she is cooking, she meditates about her lover. And whatever she does. So we have to get some attraction to Lord Krishna. So whatever we have to do in this material world, it is secondary. It is not important. We have to do it because we got the karma accordingly. We have to go on. And if we want to get out of this, then we have to remember the Bhagavad Gita shloka, Savaramam Parityaja. Then he takes away all your past karma. The anxiety, the problem we have that we are so afraid that everything will be taken away from me. But this is not the real understanding, proper understanding.
But in fact, we have nothing, sorry.
Huh?
In fact, we have nothing, you know, so what can be taken away from us, in fact?
Yeah, but all will be taken away anyway. is another thing. It's just temporary. I forgot, I lost the. No, as long as we do everything for the Lord, even if I am the only one in the family who become a really transcendental personality, who develops a relation to the Lord, all, I don't know, it depends on the purity of the soul. He will take all of them, many generations, up to 100 generations. He will go, and in future also. Because they will remember him. By remembering him, they will. So we remember Krishna all the time. We should. Because this is what is. That's because we are chanting the name of the Lord. And the Lord, we are serving the Lord just by chanting. We are chanting not for our benefit, for our sense gratification, or for our goal in this material world. We are chanting to please the Lord. I don't know how much you can accept from this. You wanted to say something?
No, I understand what you mean.
Yes?
Yes.
You can follow, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I can follow. And in the moment I just was thinking about myself. What do I feel when chanting, and that I always have to remind me that I'm doing it not for myself.
Yes.
Always a work.
Sometimes it gets difficult, you know.
Yeah.
And then usually I do, okay, I cannot bang, beat back away and go, whatever. And take the mobile. But service begins actually when I don't want, and I do it anyway, because it's my service. Then it starts service. When my desire to chant is reduces, and instead of putting the bit back in the corner, say no, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Then service, I do it only for you, to please you. Then it becomes service. Slowly will realize it will come back, something will come back. This is tapasya also, but it is very sweet tapasya, because we get something much more we can imagine. Try it. Try to use everything in the service of Krishna. You will see what happens. You will be surprised. Things will come you never experienced, you never have experienced in this world. Just imagine the pure souls, the Lord constantly stays in his heart. Constantly he cares. And when the devotee seems to forget, where is my Lord? Where is whoever one is attracted to in the spiritual world? Then immediately he will reveal, or she or he will reveal. He will reveal to you I'm here, don't worry. And then the opposite is the same. When we forget, then she will be there. Hey, my dear, I'm here. We have to come to this level. Then you're not living in the material world anymore. Yes, it is like this. This means spirit.
Definitely Maharaj is their process when Sadhaka is going from one stage to another and nobody can jump. Everything depends on sincerity.
Yes, of course.
And blessings.
No, I'm just telling the basis.
We have
Everybody has his level where he stays. He has to, but we should know the goal, you know. It is, if you don't know where to go, you just follow blind something, then you are hanging in the air.
It's also important to encourage to go. If we say you will never get to go, then it's problem. But if you encourage, yes, there is obstacles, but you have to cross obstacles. You have to get strength to avoid these many things.
Yes, that's because we are hearing this. We are. When I tell you, you know, that the pure devotee, he never speaks something if where he is not connected with the Lord. He is not speaking to anything or anyone. Or if he speaks, it's just short. And so when we speak on our own something, this is, even if we speak about Krishna and tell stories about Krishna, it is mundane. There must be this connection there, always, because the connection goes in the heart, is in the heart, and is everywhere. And the receiver, or those who hear, they will get benefit from this. It will enter the heart, and you will not forget. When you leave this body, next life you will remember this. Cheated. Okay, it's 40 minutes gone.
53.
53. Überstunden. Okay, and no comments, then we can close here.